Elemental. This is a movie that's coming out in a couple days. Now this movie is really everywhere because Disney's trying to do everything they can to save this disaster of a movie. Paying the critics to give this movie a good score, obviously, which is pretty obvious because the Cannes Film Festival score was so bad. Okay, not as bad as Dial of Destiny, but Disney's gonna try to fix everything they can after the Little Mermaid completely bombed at the box office. Okay, if you did not know, the Little Mermaid is gonna lose money at the box office. The movie is gonna end up around $500 million, or it's the $525 million, which is in my projections for the movie I made for the movie. For example, Spider Verse, I can make that movie's gonna make $600 to $700 million. That movie's gonna probably end up making around that much money. Transformers will probably make around 400 to 500, probably even $550 million. It's pretty easy to judge movies based off the first couple of weeks as well. But two movies are coming out this week. The Flash and Elemental. I've been seeing way more ads for Elemental because Disney's trying to do everything they can to turn the ship around. And it's not gonna work. It didn't work with Lightyear. It didn't work with Quantumania, whatever that garbage was. It didn't work with The Little Mermaid either. Okay, Disney and Pixar's Elemental is projected to open to still 37 million, despite them paying the critics to give their movie good score. And this movie looks bland and generic. Okay, this movie looks bland and generic. If you compare this to Illumination's next original movie, and if you're like, really, you're comparing this to Illumination? But Pixar it's not the great company that people used to, praise them anymore. Pixar was like considered the greatest studio of all time. They no longer are, obviously, because they've been putting out duds and misfires. They've been putting out stuff like Lightyear and Turning Red. Okay, with Turning Red, film critics adored Turning Red. I don't know why, because Turning Red is a complete awful movie. Okay, Lightyear, haven't seen it. Don't plan on seeing it. Okay, anytime soon. I heard that was an awful movie as well. Okay, and you look at the IMDb score. I wonder if Disney will pay IMDb to make sure Elemental has a positive score. Okay, because this score on IMDb for Elemental is awful. 6.4 out of 10. That's awful for Pixar. Okay, let's look at Cars 2, which is often mocked and ridiculed as Pixar's worst movie, is slightly lower at a 6.2. Okay, it is slightly lower than Elemental, which is not pretty good because Elemental is probably gonna drop. Okay, you look at Pixar's lowest movie. Okay, Lightyear. Okay, which is at 6.1, which is considered Pixar's worst movie. Okay, we did arrange something here, and Cars 2 ended up being the second worst movie, and Lightyear being the worst, but Elemental already scoring before, of course, the rigging begins by Disney to make so their movies magically get high scores on these review sites. This is so sad and hilarious at the same time. That's only Disney movies that are protected. Okay, no other company gets protected like Disney. It's so funny to watch the movies bomb. It's so funny to watch stuff like Elemental, Dial of Destiny, and the rumor with IMDb and all these sites are gonna protect all three movies. How dare you just like Elemental? You are a racist if you don't like this movie. You are sexist if you don't like Elemental. You are a racistophobe if you don't like Elemental. Okay, that's gonna be the thing they're gonna use for this movie. Okay, no one's being called racist for liking Transformers: The Rise of Beast. No one is being called racist for liking Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Transformers: Rise of Beast has a black lead as well as Spider-Verse. Nobody is being called racist for watching those movies. Okay, especially China. Okay, well, Transformers made $40 million. Supposedly the racist Chinese who went to go see the newest Transformers movie, but none of them went to go see the Little Mermaid remake. It's because Disney makes garbage movies now. Okay, Disney's associated with trash and garbage. Okay, You haven't had a good Disney movie in a while. Okay? In a while. Okay? That has been the last good Disney movie, excluding, Shang-Chi and No Way Home, is Soul. Okay, if you include Marvel, probably Shang-Chi, because I like that movie pretty much. I know some people hated Shang-Chi for some reason, but again, Shang-Chi is not a very popular character. Okay, it was always going to be Shang-Chi was always going to be a niche movie. You know, No Way Home. You could technically count No Way Home, but that was really a Sony movie. So it's the last really good movie made by produced by Disney. Actually, Free Guy was meh. It's okay. It's nothing special. Okay, no movie that could easily be forgotten about. They're gonna make a sequel to it because it was one of the Disney's few successes of 2021. You know, but outside of this, Elemental is gonna be another pile of garbage. Okay, and it's funny. Once the Disney found out the throw reins, they're trying to do everything they can to turn the ship around. To turn the ship around, which is the failure of Elemental. And the narrative they're pushing is that this movie is promoting immigration. This movie is, pro immigration. Watch it. Okay, this movie shows the struggles of immigrants. Like, no one gives a crap anymore. Okay, no one gives a crap about Elemental. They're trying to promote this everywhere they can, and it's just not gonna work because no one cares about Elemental. Okay, no one cares about Elemental. This is a movie, okay, that no one cares about. Okay, also the reason Ahsoka and 20, sorry, but no, again, no one cares about Disney Star Wars. Okay, but it seems that Disney, you know, yeah, and you can see other studios are doing pretty well. Okay, like with last year. Okay, only Disney is struggling at the most part. Okay, you had Fast X, which it wasn't for its bloated budget, would have been a successful movie. If they kept the budget down to like 175 million to 200 million, which I don't know why, they spent $40 million on the Fast and the Furious. I don't know what they spent. Did they give like $50 million to Brie Larson to make her in the movie? Because, they know the Marvels is going to flop. No one's going to be watching that. So, again, it is just to serve the Fast X flops because Brie Larson, keep her out of movies, Marvels hopefully flops as well. But, hopefully, Brie Larson becomes box office poison and they stop putting on movies. But the box office. Okay, for the Flash, I don't think they changed the Flash's box office, but there isn't really much hype for the Flash. Okay, to be honest, there isn't really much hype for the Flash as well. Okay. That's what they're talking about. For the Flash to succeed. Okay. For the Flash to succeed at the box office. Okay, no one gives them Elemental. No one's gonna watch it, okay? You know, but in 4 days, our Flash is coming out. Okay. But Elemental, okay. And it's funny you have Disney, saying that, oh my god, the iPad kids won't watch animated movies anymore. How dare you, iPad kids? Okay? Even though they will go and see something like the Mario movie, okay? And go see Minions, The Rise of Gru, and to a lesser extent, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, and Spider-Verse. It's because people don't want to see a bad movies, okay? No one wants to see this garbage that they're putting out by Disney, okay? Spider-Verse, if we're talking about the quote-unquote anime, iPad kids watching movies, Spider-Verse is doing pretty well. To pass Little Mermaid, which is a big blow to Disney, okay? A big blow to the Walt Disney Corporation. And Elemental might not even pass on a million domestically. That would be pretty hilarious if it doesn't even pass on a million domestically. Because you also have Flash coming out in the same week. Nothing really coming out the next week. And Ruby Gillum and Indiana Jones coming out. This movie's not gonna have any legs, okay? You also saw Spider-Verse taking away money from this movie too. And Transformers, okay? Little Mermaid is dead in the water, okay, because Flash is coming out. Transformers is still out. Spider-Verse is still out, okay? Fast X was still grabbed like 10 million from, international markets, okay? And they're talking about how it's a shocking box office bomb. It's so socky. It's so sad. Okay? It's so depressing that Elemental, a movie about immigrant struggles, is gonna make no money at the box office. Okay? No one's gonna be watching Elemental. It's just that simple. Okay? And Disney's gonna continue losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Couldn't happen to a better company. Okay? Couldn't happen to a better company, honestly. Okay, Spider-Verse and Mario movie could make a lot of money. Okay, they're gonna make a lot of money at the box office. Okay, Mario movie has made $1 billion. Okay, and that's in net profits. That's not even including merchandise, DVD, Blu-ray sales, digital sales. That's in the theaters alone. Mario movie has made $1 billion alone in the theaters. Nothing the Little Mermaid is gonna make. Nothing that Elemental is gonna make. It just couldn't happen to a bad company. Spider-Verse is gonna make probably $300 to $400 million globally. Though back for the studio. Okay, it's gonna make a lot of money for the studio and of course the theaters as well, because the theaters get half the money. Okay, as well. But Mario movie has made $1 billion in gross revenue for both the theaters and Universal. Okay, that's how much money the movie made. Okay, that's how much money something like the Mario movie made, and the Mario movie would cost $100 million to make. Okay, Disney is running itself into the ground. I don't think anything from this year from Disney is gonna make money. Okay, Haunted Mansion. Okay, actually, Guardians of the Galaxy will make money, but I don't really think that will be enough to offset losses from Dial of Destiny, Elemental, Haunted Mansion, The Marvels, Risk, and of course the Little Mermaid remake. Okay, it is not gonna offset the losses, and even include like stuff like Boogeyman. Okay, and Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania, which, as well. The only thing that brought Disney money this year. Here we have the numbers here. Okay, so Disney movies. So we have Man Called Otto, 17 million. Plane Missing. Knock It Together gained 8 million. 80 for Brady. Some of these movies are massive box office bombs. For Quantumania, 44 million in the red for Disney. Okay, not good. I also stopped checking man the smaller movies, okay? Because it's not really worth it. It's Screed. Okay, made a lot of money. John Wick made a lot of money. Shazam! Fury of the Gods was $140 million. Dungeons and Dragons lost $168 million. But here you go here. Little Mermaid, okay, lost $211 million. Okay? Fast X, that's because of how much money they spent on this movie. Okay? It's going to lose money. Book Club 2 lost money. But the only thing that made money is Guardians of the Galaxy. You have Boogeyman. Here, negative 48 million. Little Mermaid currently at negative 211 million. And Quantumania at a negative 44 million. I haven't updated the box office for the Ant-Man for the numbers, but it's still going to lose money either way. As well, probably around 468 million. So updated to that, but still negative $42 million. Still going to lose $42 million. You go even further back, you have Strange World losing $384 million as well. Something like Wakanda Forever didn't make money. As well, Amsterdam, another Disney flop. Okay. Don't worry, down. That actually is a loss. That movie is a loss. I don't know if Disney made that, but that movie was a loss. Disney actually made money at Barbarian as well. But you have The Invitation that made money. Beast made money. But you can go back here. Okay. Right here. Negative $285 million for Disney. Okay. Disney is not going to be able to survive this. Yes, it can make money off Marvel. Okay. Of the MCU, which was the only bright spot for Disney. Okay. And then we have other movies in the historic past. He started checking on Top Gun and stuff. We even have more historic flops like Eternals here. Okay, we have Eternals here. It's not that good for Disney. Negative $98 million. Okay, people talk about Black Widow being a flop. Okay, whereas in the theaters, yes, it lost like $100 million, but you have to include the Disney Plus money that Black Widow gotten. Same thing with, the other movie as well. But as well. Say for Space Time: A New Legacy, gotta include the subscriptions, which I didn't really include, but yeah, we have the first Spider-Verse here, Pixels, Dune, which actually lost 12 million as well, which means even small losses don't really matter. The King of the Monsters lost $36 million here. Encanto, well, some of these don't really matter, like Encanto doesn't really matter, basically here, because Encanto was so successful on Disney Plus. But if it wasn't successful on Disney Plus, this would have been another box office failure for Disney. We have Turning Red as well, box office failure to Disney. Okay, no one cared about that movie. Black Widow, if you include plus Disney Plus, the Disney Plus numbers, Black Widow is at a negative $1 million. But if you exclude the $120 million from Disney Plus, it's at a negative $121 million. It's not good for Disney at all. Okay, not good for the Walt Disney Company. This is going to continue happening. Okay, as well for Disney. This is going to continue happening. No one really cares all too much about Walt Disney anymore. And Hollywood is still in a pretty bad spot. Okay, nothing that is not a part of a franchise is making money. Okay, Megan made money. I think that's the only example. But the problem is most of these movies are not that good. Most of these non-franchise movies, they don't really drive people to go see them. I think, Jesus Revolution, Cocaine Bear, and Knock at the Cabin made money. And Missing made money as well. All not part of a franchise. Not part of an ongoing series. Okay. But stuff like John Wick and stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, okay. Dungeons and Dragons lost money. Pope's Exorcist is not another non-franchise movie that has a success as well. But you have stuff like Renfield, that movie bombed. Yeah, Book Club 2, Fast X, Real Mermaid. And Boogeyman, which we always track that because we want to track Disney's flops, But yeah, I haven't really tracked many of the movies, like, for example, The Machine. What's the point of tracking The Machine? It's going to lose a lot of money. We already know this. Okay? We already know that something like The Machine is going to lose a lot of money. Okay? Something like The Machine was, again, kind of like Anna versus Toy Story 4. Okay? Where it's unlike Toy Story 4, Little Mermaid is going to lose money anyways. Because it's garbage. Okay? Disney's putting trash on the screen and expecting it to sell. Okay? And I think people are finally starting to wake up to this. Okay? Finally, people are starting to wake up to realize that Disney is no longer a company known for quality anymore. Disney's no longer a company known for the quality products anymore. Okay? Modern Disney is not known for quality anymore. Okay? They are not. And Elemental is further proof of that. And that's been this video here. Goodbye.